Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, a special report. We are live and in effect as a report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device, watching the markets as they open up here in just a matter of seconds now. It takes about 2 minutes to propagate over at Kitco's site, and we're seeing that right now. The numbers are clearing as we wait to see what happens. And what is the backdrop of all this? Well, the Straits is now closed again. And right out of the gate, as I predicted, boom, shalaka, big drop in both gold and silver. Platinum and palladium as well, falling right as we speak here. As expected, this is typically what happens through the course of the last month. Whenever there's fears of war and oil prices going up, boom, it just moves the markets big time, and this time to the negative side. Now, it's one of those situations where, it does provide an opportunity. If you're a buyer, we'll see what happens. Now, the channel sponsor is Summit Metals. They do have a sale going on their 10-ounce silver bars right now for the Scottsdale stackers right now. Those are on sale, and pretty big sale there. But nonetheless, that does not necessarily mean that it's the right time for you. You have to weigh that for yourself, because who knows? The prices could keep falling even more from where they're at right now. Now, usually what happens on this market right out of the gate will typically, there's a big snap reaction, and then that snap reaction turns around and consolidates in one direction or another. So this may be the worst of it we're seeing right now, and maybe prices will subside a bit. Right now, gold is down 1.35% out of the gate to $4,766.40. Silver is down $1.22, down 1.51% to below $80 again. It's at $79.73. Platinum is down 25, and palladium is down $22. And this is all because of what has happened early Saturday morning when the Iranians decided they were going to break the ceasefire, they did break the ceasefire by launching an attack on those ships, and they closed their end of the strait down. So there it is. When there was free passage, as announced by the Iranian foreign minister and Trump together, well, boom, it all went away. Now, Trump is saying that there's going to be another meeting. I think they're flying their delegation to Islamabad again for another round of talks. We'll see how that plays out. But that is where we stand right now, and the precious metals are reacting accordingly as we watch these markets move down fairly dramatically here out of the gate. But honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I figured maybe we'd see a bigger drop, and we could fall even more. We'll see here. But yes, indeed. Yeah, that's right. The IRGC does not represent most persons. That's exactly right. And we must make a distinction here. The Iranian regime that's in effect right now, by the way, is not even necessarily reflective of the IRGC itself. So the regime that's in control now, I think, is a little bit more moderate from what we understand. But the Persian people are great. I have a saying, make Iran Persia again. And yes, we have great respect for the Iranian people. Make no mistake about that. Most of them do not want to see, what's going on there as far as the oppressive nature of the regimes that have been in the past, the Khomeini. So that's a good distinction there. But yes, here we are. We're looking at these numbers move. We're going to keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, let's get back into and see what some of you are saying on some of the recent videos. Case in point, the news that talked about yesterday about the straits being closed. So the rooster says Trump gives lip service to the world, and boom, market manipulation is upon us. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Neutral is a very good place to say right now. I agree, Brother Sal. The worst part of this for me is personally I get the feeling Ignoel wants to play the big boom. The government certainly is bloodthirsty. Blessings. Thank you, sir. Yes. We'll see how it plays out. There's a lot of psychology, and I think there's a lot of what's going on there that's a little bit, it's much different than what we're seeing in the past with how we're dealing with some of our enemies. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. We got Ironman says here, sold my mining stocks near the high Friday. I don't buy this straight open, stays open. I'm hoping for a price crash Monday morning, scoop everything back up cheaper. Well, that's exactly what happened, and I predicted that in this video, and it's what's panning out to be right now. Likely oil prices will climb up as well. But there we're at. We're going to see that happen, which means that gas prices may creep back up to over $4 a gallon again. Hopefully, it will be. Hopefully, we'll get this over with sooner rather than later. But we'll see. The regime or the agents there in Iran, whoever is in control, the IRGC or what have you, they are going to be hurting from this more than anybody else. So VML says, why didn't I buy more back then? When I look at old invoices, maybe it's why I'm on hold, except for numismatic. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with holding. I believe in holding more than anything, maybe even more than buying. I believe in holding. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Glad you all are here with me tonight as we watch these markets move. With the first reaction from the markets from the announcement that the straits have been closed again from both ends. And we can see here that the prices are falling a little bit more now, but still down 1.77%, which is, it's a pretty big drop, but it's not crazy like we had seen in the past. And I think this is something else that I mentioned in that video too, that it may be a softer blow to precious metals this time around. But so far it keeps on falling. It's now 1.84% down for silver, down $1.49 right now to $79.46. And gold is down 1.16%, down $55.80 out of the gate here. So $4,775.60 there. Platinum is down 1.24%, down 26 bucks, reacting on the same news. And so is palladium. It's down 1.56% as well. So there it is. And how far will they go down? Well, we don't know. But I'm telling you, if it's any indication that we've seen in the past, likely we're probably going to see, it could mean that we may see silver reach down to $73, $74 again. And gold could go below $4,700 perhaps when this is all said and done. But it depends on how long it stays, the strait stays closed. Yes, indeed. All right, there you go. But good to see you guys. Glad you're here with us. And we'll see what happens as we peruse our way through that. But so far tonight, there it is. And right now, Edwin Tan has given us the numbers here over the weekend. That's what we're dealing with then. But Patrick Collins says we'll see $250 by July. Okay, that's a pretty bold prediction. See what happens. Talica fan says, well, it's going to plummet. Then we should just sell mostly all of our metals to hold the profits while still high, holding for years and just riding all these storms. That's right. You ride the storms out by holding on to the vast majority of your stack. It really does take away the stressors because you're not worried about trying to time buys and treating them like investments. Carrie Tarrant, I would love to see what would happen if all the futures would want a delivery. It would expose them for selling PMs that don't exist. I still think it should be illegal. Yeah, I don't really understand the full. I think they've either whatever initial purpose they've had has been abused by now. I believe so. Yes, I agree with that, Carrie Tarrant. Good to see you, by the way. Good to see all of you here tonight in the chat. Appreciate you being with us here. This is a special broadcast as we watch these markets move. And I slurp my coffee. The markets are indeed reacting to the latest news, which happened early Saturday, with the closure of the straits again completely. No ships moving to and fro the strait. And right now they're somewhat, the markets are somewhat stabilizing at this point, recovering and recouping some of the losses, very little, but some of the losses here, with gold now down $47.40, down 0.98%, with a gap down, and silver down 1.68% to $1.35. And by the way, the initial movement for silver, it could have been 78.98. That's the bid price. So it could have just been such a quick thing that it snapped back here. But we did watch it really quickly as it opened. We saw the numbers populate on the screen as soon as they showed up here. So we'll see. Very interesting times indeed. We're watching it very closely here. These markets moving, and they are predictably down. I tell you, that is something we've been able to make pretty easy predictions here with the markets. But I think sooner or later, the more this goes back and forth, I think the less likely gold and silver are gonna fall as much as they have before. And I think we're in a sense seeing some of that play out here tonight, where in the past, if this had happened a week ago, this same news, same set of events, we probably would have seen worse damage to gold and silver prices. But yes, indeed, I think so. I think here what we're seeing is gold and silver starting to harden a bit here in terms of their support. So fascinating indeed series of events. Let's get back over here and see what we've got. We've got Lulu Lucky's concerns about buildups and collapses, ups and downs. Even government actions or lack thereof don't really concern capable believers with diamond fists. That's exactly right, Lulu. Very well said. That's exactly right. You hold on to your silver with a diamond fist, you're going to be good in the long run. That's your core silver stack. Well done. All right. I stack it to the rafters. Would you please do a video on how much of a portfolio should be in precious metals and how much of that percentage you think should be in gold and silver? Thank you for the content. Well, I've kind of talked about that in previous videos. Maybe even had done that specific one some time ago. I'd have to search through my videos to find out where you could, but thank you so much. Well, look at this. The first act of kindness tonight from Michael K. 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, my friend. How is Donna doing, by the way? I pray she's recouping and recovering, and pray for a full recovery from her little mini stroke. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Glad you guys are here. Thank you again, Michael. If you receive one of those channel gift memberships from Michael, give him a warm thank you. I really much appreciate that. And we've got this comment here from Not Me 3686. Says COMEX isn't going away no matter what. The rules will change first. Yeah, that's right. I agree with that. They can always bend the rules to their benefit to keep them going. And really the bottom line is how much more will people have faith in that institution before they get out and just buy it on their own in the physical form. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. As we slurp away at some more coffee, which is still fairly warm here as we peruse our way through, let's take a look at the markets again. Let's just refresh this and see. Again, gold and silver kind of stabilizing down about less than a 0.85% drop for gold right now, $40.30 to $4,791.10. Gold or silver down $1.31 now, down 1.63%. Platinum down 1%, down 21 bucks. Palladium down $18, 1.17%. So they're stabilizing here as we watch this thing move. So there's where we're at right now. And let's see here. What do we have? Let's get back to some of the comments. We've got Dean R. sitting back watching the retail market. It is fascinating indeed. The retail market is going to be something that I'm going to be talking about actually very soon on this channel. So it's interesting that you mentioned that, Dean R. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you very much. And let's see here. Vegas Stacker is here. Welcome. Good to see Vegas. A lot of good folks here tonight. Appreciate you all being here as we peruse these markets. We're watching it in the special report. It has been an exciting evening indeed. We're watching these metals, and they are moving down as expected after the latest news with the closure of the straits. One of those things that could be an opportunity if you feel so inclined as a buyer. But yes, indeed, there it is. And Vegas, thank you for the Salivate Metal membership. Thank you for sending that over. There you go. Thank you, Vegas Stacker. Appreciate that. All right. And so there's where we're at right now. Gold now down $42.10 to $4,789.30. Silver down $1.37. I may make a move after this broadcast on this dip. May make a buy. We'll see. Be a little bit different way I'll do it. But I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see after this is over. Provided that they won't turn around. Yes, indeed. All right. Oh, thank you, Vegas. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, those channel gift memberships are very nice because oftentimes they go to people who don't necessarily watch all the time or don't comment as much. So it brings them back. So I really appreciate that. Or it could be somebody who does watch and they may end up continuing that channel gift or channel membership after the that 30-day period is over. All right, let's see here. So there's where we're at right now with the markets. We'll revisit those again here briefly or soon. Investment Ninja chimes in this video about the COMEX. I thought this video might get more views too, but I think about the COMEX and what's going on there. But anyways, the COMEX sadly will not collapse. The government will literally print and inject trillions into it to prevent that from happening. Yes. Yes, indeed. Too big to fail, you know. That's like the whole thing with TARP. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, let's see here. So there we go. That's why having true physical in the hand is definitely a good strategy. I mean, I'm all for diversification of assets and investments and strategies, but you're always protected by you have the physical in your possession. Ray Gilgriff. Ray says, I think it's only a matter of time that COMEX will collapse. Paper, real metal can't cover future demand unless they change the rules or they get a bailout, which is possible on both ends. All right, very good. Let's see here. Nice. Let's see. But, yep, I think I agree. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we've got. Moving over here to the next comment up here from this morning's video. If you've not seen it, I hope you'll check it out. I actually posted 3 videos today, so I hope you'll check those out. Rich Lee, how can the U.S. continue operating with a $40 trillion debt and hundreds in unfunded liabilities? Head scratcher, but nothing to see here. Well, it's pretty easy because the United States has the world's reserve currency. About 57 to 58% of all international reserves are held in dollars. That's right. They buy our treasuries. That's why. And we are the strongest currency compared to any other currency. There's no contest. There's no comparison. So we have that, and so we use that to our advantage. And we'll continue doing that until such a time where it's eroded even more. It was about 72% not that long ago, back in 2002, but now it's down. So if it continues to dwindle, then it's going to become more of a concern. But good to see you guys. All right, let's see here what we've got. We're watching these markets ever so closely. We can see here that the markets have opened up down, and they've now recovered a bit of those losses, but they are down notably here with gold down $39.50 to $4,791.90. Silver down $1.19, down 1.48% to $79.76, below that $80 mark indeed. Whoa, Bibby Book 1 has just signed up to become an honorary citizen on his own accord. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you very much. Welcome. He has access now to the emoticons, and I appreciate his support indeed. Very nice of you. And now let us prepare here and see what we've got. So the numbers all in the red tonight. No surprise, but honestly, it's not as bad as I had feared it could be. But we'll see how the evening plays out. It is still young, early in the evening. And all right. Not one AU chimes in with this. And there's Tucson Bubba with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Tucson Bubba. Good to see you, my friend. All right, glad you're here. Thank you so much for that. Let's slurp in your honor here. So not one AU. It says these bullion companies need to put their heads together and come up with a new subject other than the COMEX. They're like mentally deranged parents when the ability to make videos search screeching COMEX, COMEX, and COMEX is not going under. Please move on. That's right. It's not going under. And I think it would take an absolute shock for it to. But yep, nope, it's not going to happen. All right, let's see here. I got Martin Moore says here, if they have closed their shorts, what do they get from surprising the price down? How high silver would help collapse what little high-tech industry we have left? They seem hell-bent on destroying the West. Yeah, I don't know. You know, the thing is a lot of industry can't absorb a higher silver price because as much silver is used throughout the industries, over 10,000 use cases, there's little silver being used in each component. So it's a negligible amount, although the photovoltaic industry is starting to use less silver for their components. So there we go. All right, let's see here. We got Brian Bobbitt says here, over time, the fundamentals will not take over. They are screaming higher. If you're a trader, I'd find another arena. If you don't mind a little weight pile into silver, when the GSR goes below 40 to 1, start thinking about switching to gold. Well, I don't see that happening. We did get about 46 to 1 when it climbed up to $121 an ounce, but that did not last very long. Indeed, it did not. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now, we're going to revisit back here. We can see that the metal prices have stabilized here. We're going to take a look at the volume here in just a moment, but it was not as bad as it was at the opening here, which is to be expected as well. But gold down $39.50, down 0.82%, $4,791. And silver down $1.17, 1.45%, $79.78. Platinum down 11, palladium down 12. So let's take a look here and see what we've got with the volume here. Good to see you guys. Glad you all are with me here tonight. I appreciate you being here. We can see there's our gap down, and then we can see that gap down has produced a fairly high level of volume out of the starting gate with I think maybe only New Zealand open right now. They all open much later now since we have changed the clocks back, or spring forwarded rather. But that's where we're at right now. But the volume is stabilizing here, and we can see that people were buying on the knowing it was going to dip, so they had their buys right in. And I think that's what's preventing it from falling much further now, because we've been here before, we've seen it, so people are wise to it. The market's reacting accordingly. So that's what we have going on right now. So there we go, stabilizing here with the volume scaling back a bit for silver's price. There we go. All right. So yeah, what an interesting time indeed. We see now these markets move, and I think once the new markets open up, we may see a heavy volume kick in here and either bring it down even further, or opportunity buying, which could cause the price to creep back up again. And who knows? It could be that people are so wise to it, they're going to take advantage so quickly that and we end up having some gains by the New York Open. We'll see. I don't know. That is very interesting. We'll see how that plays out. So yes, indeed, there it is. Movement of the markets. Let's see. Okay. What do we have here with Goldie? Locke says, clever man made a fortune. Here, it says, made a fortune at the high sell price. You simply have to have an exit strategy. When you're dead, you're dead. You ain't taking it with you. That's true. Or you can pass it along to the next generation. One or the other, for sure. All right. Let's see here. All right, but, so that's what we're looking at right now with some of these comments. See what folks are saying. This is on Silver Legend. Just sold almost everything. All of the silver here. Yesterday's video. We've got this from this morning's video. If you guys get a chance to check that out about the COMEX, I'd love to know your thoughts on that video. We've got this here from Dirk Lavalier Spear. Says here this. Everything in this comment is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. For most of us, silver is just a way to save money. That's right. If you bought when you were young and are now grandfather, great-grandfather age, then you made money. Hopefully you bought a lot. If you bought, say, 200 or 300 ounces when you were younger and you can't retire, but you have enough to sell and pay expenses, say your house, car, utilities for a few months, should you be in a bind? Yeah, that's it. And it's in a bind, and after you've exhausted your cash reserves. That should be noted here. But anyways, but yes, cardinal rule: only sell what you absolutely have to. Keep some back for any future emergencies as they may arise. That's exactly right. Good advice there. If you're middle-aged and have been stacking for only a couple of years, you've done all right. Keep stacking towards your retirement. You will have a nice nest egg to treat yourself and your better half. If you're married, again, and faced with an emergency, only sell what you have to. And if you're a grandfather or just started stacking, you ain't getting rich. Plan for your kids, grandkids. Yep, inherit it. Pass along to the next generation. There's different levels of that for sure to keep in mind there. All right, very good. Thank you, Jay Melise, for posting a link to that video about the COMEX. Appreciate it very, very much. But you know, these markets that are moving here, they're moving in such a way that you know, it's really just going to hinge on what happens with Iran. Wednesday is when the ceasefire ends. If we continue into a war footing, well, I think we're going to see prices fall even more. More of that right now. Right now, the ceasefire is still technically in effect, and but the strait is closed, and oil prices will go up. But oil prices will go up even more if hostilities resume, and gold and silver prices could fall even more. So, so that's what we're looking at. That's the foundation for what we're seeing play out right now with the precious metals markets. What a time to be alive in this interesting age with silver. Not been able to break up back above $80 here tonight, but there we are. And gold down 0.93%, down $45.10, $4,786.30. Platinum down 18, palladium down 11. So there's where we're at right now. So there it is. So we'll see here. All right. Let's see what we've got. Let's move back here to see what some of these comments are saying now. We've got Donna Kirsch here on this video from this morning. She says, COMEX will move and push paper, silver, and everyone bows to them. They will continue to rob Peter to pay Paul, JP Morgan, and all their buddies to help with the deception. As long as we are in the silver production and deficits year after year, and countries are amassing gold, silver, etc., I will play my part and follow their lead on a way smaller scale. I will continue to collect. Hopefully, it will do good eons from now, and my family, as I do not do this for myself, leaving me more clinical for my actions and collecting and just not buying willy-nilly in a panic, thinking I will not fear. I will miss out on something on the daily clickbait news. Let's see. Good fortune to all. All right. Thank you, Donna. And TM. So instead of going to work and finding a catalytic converter cut off a new car, they will be cutting out batteries for silver instead of palladium. Well, it may not be so easy to get just silver out of those batteries either. I don't know how they're going to look when the silver solid states come. We're years away from that happening, by the way. And they're saying that they may have something to show to us by the end of the year, 2027. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're still away from that happening. I think if there was any promise of that, we'd hear something more about it, but we're not hearing anything. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah. All right. Yeah, let's see here. What do we have here for the prices again? We can see stabling, but down a little bit more now. Both gold and silver are. Gold down $43.90 to $4,787.50 right now. A 0.91% decrease in price. Silver down 1.48%. Down $1.20 to $79.75. Platinum down $16. Palladium down $11. About three quarters of a percentage drop for both. So we're watching these markets here. Look at that. Moves to the downside after the latest news that Iran has closed off their end of the strait. And of course, the United States has had the southern end closed. So no ships are going through now at all. It was short-lived indeed, and so we'll see how this plays out. But thank you, James, for posting a link to the playlist if you're new to silver stacking. Thank you very, very much. So I want to check that out, and let's do this. See what we've got here. So yeah, I can see there still settling in around this area with very little volume to speak of. And but yep, they're down tonight, consistently down. It's all going to hinge on what's going to happen the next couple of days. Will be very crucial. If the ceasefire is extended but the straits remain closed, which is a highly unlikely scenario, then I think we may see prices continue to hover around this area or maybe recover slightly. Texas Paladin says, if it goes down, I hope it goes down when I get a paycheck so I can finally buy some more. Yeah, there you go. Yes, indeed. Well, so far, hope you get paid tomorrow, Texas, because they're down now. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tucson Bubba with the bourbon pump there, sanitizing the live chat here, the chat feed here. And let's see here, Martin 3474. What does he have to say here about the COMEX? He says, will it be tested? Maybe when one or two of the big boys gather up their marbles out of the game. Will this be a form of warfare via nations or world economic forum players to crash large-scale economies? Thinking back to the bank bags of the 1800s when half-dollar and dollar coins shifted from bank to cover checking account payments. Here we replace the heavy bank bag with paper with a non-moving pile of silver until somebody pulls a physical silver out. That's exactly right. So it's just the warrants, essentially, that move around. All right, good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you guys are here with us tonight. B.R. Williams is here. Good to see Cybercurrent Twitcher is with us. Steve LaPointe is here. Good to see Steve. And let's see here. We've got Mr. Beeman J. It says James Stout book, Sound Money Preserving Wealth in an Age of Currency Chaos, makes clear this role gold and silver have in a person's portfolio. It's free on Amazon and worth a read. All right, interesting. All right, thank you. It's always good to have sound money in our possession. All right, let's see here. As we move on up here from Dotson Z Boss, chimes in and says, that's funny. When you ask your entry question, I said, at home, probably not. Then you said, probably not. Wow. My philosophy with markets is this. When crazy things happen, whether you win or lose, you will never know unless you follow Pelosi trade. That's true. Well, look at this. The Canal, wow, has just sent 10 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Boom. Thank you, the Canal. If you receive one of those, give him a warm thank you. Those are extra special, especially now that the channel is kind of lost. It's kind of stagnant right now in terms of subscriber growth. So this may bring some people back. So thank you so much for that. Very kind of you indeed. And Grumpy Grandpa is here. Better late than never. Thank you, Grumpy Grandpa, with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that so much. And thank you to the Canal. Very nice of you indeed. All right, let's take a look here and see what's happened in the midst of it. We've got here, we can see the numbers kind of are about the same. Again, not a dramatic, I mean, this is a notable downward movement, predictable, but it's not been crazy. It's not fallen by a whole lot. It's not much more. It hasn't gotten over 2% for silver, and gold's only been slightly down below 1% right at the open. But right now we can see that gold is just down $41 to $4,700, now $88, and silver's down 1.46%, down $1.18 to $79.77. And this is all with relatively light trading, but that light trading has brought some more sales happening. They're selling a little bit off here, so it could be that we're just watching this thing. As we watch this thing move, it very well could indicate that we may be in for some more pain for silver tonight, as volume is ticked back and there's selling happening with a buy candle coming in right at the last moment here. So watching it closely, but you can see how stable the price is in this area with trading a little bit lighter, but not a whole lot lighter here in this for this time frame here. Yeah, look at that. And let's see. Range bound, we watch these metals move. So, yep, by the way, gold to silver ratio, in case you were wondering, is now back above 60 again. But you know, this is on the lower end of the 10 to 15 year average gold to silver ratio. So, in a sense, even though it's not an average or anything that's normal about this market. There's nothing normal about this market right now, that's for sure. But good to see you guys. Happy Sunday to you too, Ken Z. And good to see all of you guys here tonight as we peruse these markets, watching the markets move with the latest news that came Saturday. And that is the straits are now closed again. And so we're watching it very closely here. Straits now closed. And we wait for the next round of negotiations with the ceasefire that will end on Wednesday. A delegation is heading to Islamabad, Pakistan, to talk with officials there. But I do believe you have a new regime, which is still relatively radical, but not as radical as before. They're a little bit more reasonable. At least they seem to be, according to Trump. And then you've got the IRGC, which kind of beat to their own drum. It really cannot be controlled as much. All right. Okay, we got a news. Bozo Laughing is just reported this, that Donald Trump has announced that the U.S. Marines have taken custody of an Iranian ship which attempted to breach the U.S. naval blockade. All right. Interesting. Okay. So that's news there. Interesting. So they've taken custody of that ship. Very good. Gary DeVecchio, if you believe holding your physical, I agree. But what would you do if trading in the market paper metals tonight? Tomorrow, which way will war go? Well, I made that prediction in the video from yesterday, Gary, and that is they're going down. And we're already seeing that play out right now. They are down now. We've been watching it play out here tonight, the whole night here since they opened up at 6 p.m. They are down. And I think likely we're probably going to see them stay in this area. They may recover a little bit more, but not by much. And until there's some other news of talks of peace, I think we're going to continue to see them down. If the ceasefire expires and war is waged again, I think we'll see them fall even more. But I'm probably going to be making a purchase if they stay where they're at right now or fall a little bit more. After this broadcast, I may make a different kind of purchase. We'll see. We shall see. All right. So there's where the metals are right now. We'll keep an eye on it. Davey says COMEX will not collapse yet. Watch Clive Thompson's March 22nd video. Well, I referenced his video in my comments here. Paper silver contracts will flood the market as they did at the end of January, driving silver price down. JP Morgan will then buy on sale. We also will buy on sale. These shenanigans will continue until who knows when. First notice day for May. Delivery cycle is April 29th. May COMEX delivery cycle begins May 1st. Fellow stackers, get that dry powder ready. So based off of what we saw before, we can see it happen again. But I think really what's going to dominate really here is going to likely be the war scenario. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. Let's see here. We got Machuikachigan says on this video about Silver Legend selling off a great majority of the silver stack. File a small claims suit against JP Morgan if they do any perceived manipulation of price. They are 50% of the COMEX. Their $1,500 an hour lawyers cannot handle millions of suits. They settle 95% of the time. I don't know that they would even take those. Good luck with that. I don't think, if that would have worked, if that would work, then we would have done that long ago. I just don't see that happening. All right, let's see here. We've got movement here. We've got the markets taking still a downturn here. Gold down $44.30 right now, $4,787 in the dime. Silver down to $79.79, down $1.16, a 1.44% drop. Platinum down 14, palladium down 12. All numbers that have been pretty consistent throughout the evening here as we watch these markets move in real time here. We're about 20 minutes to the top of the hour. And let's see here, to see what the trading is here. Markets. So far we only have New Zealand that are open. The rest are closed. Tokyo won't open for another hour and 18 minutes, so that gives you an idea how long we have to wait to really see some bigger activity here. But hey, you never know. Never know what will happen, because we will see Melbourne. Well, they're open the same time. Both of them open, well, close to the same time. That's weird, within a minute of each other. But anyways, I take that back or digress on that. But there you go. And let's see. Let's get back here. You can see gold now down almost a full percentage point, down 0.98% to $4,784.30 right now. Silver down 1.5% plus 0.05%, down $1.25 to 79.70. So taking a little bit more of a hit here tonight. So there it is. All right. Very good. Glad you guys are here watching. This is a special broadcast as we watch these markets move. And indeed, they are down as predicted based off of the latest news that straits are closed on both ends now, after it was announced on Friday from both Iranian officials and the United States that the straits would be open. All right. Here we go. All right. And we've got this. We've got Mark Gotteshell says, lead is more precious than gold when it comes to making bullets. Indeed it is. True that. And there's the video about why gold may not be the most precious metal. And what is the most precious metal? Hope you will check that video out as well. It says the most precious metal was definitely Black Sabbath. There you go. Yeah, and I meant to mention in that video too that some people in the other post said Metallica Master Puppets was the most precious metal out there. All right. That was a seminal album indeed. All right. And let's get here and see what we've got with this from Mo. Maybe there's a deposit of precious metal somewhere in the Amazon that is new to man. Could be, but I kind of doubt it. I would be shocked if there's anything. It probably would have to literally be something that would have fell from an asteroid. And likely we would know if there was something like that by aerial imagery, if there was an asteroid that had fallen there to any great extent. But you never know. Anything is possible, I guess, at that point. Sure. All right. And let's see here. 79 says Salivate Metal, but she didn't say hello. She just said my name. All right, thank you. 79, maybe she'll show up. And so, yeah, that's it. All right, now look at this. Gold is now down 1% tonight. Yep, down 1.01%. So a little bit of pain there. Down $48.70 to $4,782.70. Silver down 1.51% to down $1.22. So there it is. Platinum down 16 and palladium down 11. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here with me tonight on this special broadcast, a special report. As predicted, the prices are falling based off the latest news that Iran has closed their end of the strait, preventing any ships from passing through. And so we have blockaded on our end as well. And so there it is, preventing of any passage of ships through there. And let's see here. I love all my pet rocks equally. There you go, Peter. So he's showing love to them all. Very cool. Yes, indeed. Your North Star Stacker is with us. Good to see you. Yes, Ridge Runner. I did know that. Let's see here. Shama says the most precious metal, drum roll, heavy metal. That's right, exactly. Boom, Shalaka. We love heavy metal on this channel as well. Good stuff. As I slurp my coffee here. All right. Arrow Swellweld. Too much, yes indeed. And let's see here. And Whoa, North Star Stacker just sent 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, North Star. Look at that. Wow, very kind of you indeed. It's always a big help because it may get some people back here or they may decide to extend their membership. So, yeah, check out North Star Stacker's channel. JM Unleashed has been very kind to post a link to that. It's very nice of him indeed as we're watching these metals move. Taking a little bit bigger hit right now. Gold down 1.01%, down $48.60. Silver down 1.5%, down $1.23. So there it is. So numbers moving to the downside, some pressure there on the markets with somewhat light trading. And so that's what we're looking at right now. Continuing to watch these markets move. And yes, indeed, what a night. And I tell you what, this is one of those situations where if you're a buyer, you might be in a quandary. Well, what do? Do I continue to watch and wait and see if it falls even more as more markets open up in the west as daylight comes, and we wait and buy if it falls even more, or is this as low as it's going to be tonight? Should I buy now? That's the quandary we face. All right, have a good night, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Thank you for being here, my friend. Heading towards midnight there. Thank you for popping in. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for showing up. Yep, metals are down tonight. We'll see what happens when you wake up in the morning for Cybercurrent Twitcher. All right. Very good. Let's see here. The markets are on the move here tonight. All right. As we digest the news. And you know what? You never know what news could break overnight. Because as we come into daylight in the Persian Gulf region, it very well can mean that, hey, they may decide to open up the straits again. And then these numbers will just pop right back up again. It could happen any moment. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's get what we have. Osmium. There you go. It says Texas Palladium. That's right. Osmium. Very precious metal. Very rare metal. We have Carrie Taryn. Says Precious is one of my cat's names. Just got done planting my garden for now. How about one of perhaps 400 coins? I have a Wolverine era coin with the wrong date. It's one of my favorite coins. I will stick with my 3 metals, gold, silver, and copper. There you go. That's awesome, Carrie Taryn. Great. It's cool you got one of those era coins. Hello, Pete Williams. Good to see Kenzo is here. Morgan Freeman is here. Good to see you. Yeah. Let's see here. We got Tony Iommi. He says, thank God the most precious metal is heavy metal. There you go. Exactly. That's right. And Mike says, there's about as much silver above ground as gold. That's why you will see the price of silver skyrocket when everybody figures out in the very near future. Well, I'm sorry, that's just not the case. By no measure is gold and silver equal in terms of their abundance. It's about above ground gold and silver stocks are probably about the same as below ground, anywhere between 8 to 10 to 1. Gold far more rare than silver. Pretty much by any measure. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Okay, yep. Staying in this area, but still a little bit more pressure on both gold and silver to the downside. Gold down a full percentage point, $48.10, $4,783.30. Silver down 1.25, $1.25, a 1.55% to $79.70. Platinum down 15, palladium down 12. Likely that we're going to see silver fall in parity with oil again when the oil markets open up. It's crazy. All right. There it is. Those are the numbers are right now. I'm watching them closely. Gold and silver to me. There you go, Sean. So likes both those metals. Yep. Most popular ones make sense for sure. Joe Cavey with a thumbs up on this video. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Needs all the help with engagement on that as possible. So definitely appreciate that. And we've got silver falling here now, $45.10. Back down below 1% drop tonight, $4,786.30. Silver down 1.4%, down $1.13. So we're watching it, and we're going to actually take a look here and see what the volume is like on silver right now. See if there's any pickup at all. My guess is probably not. Volume has been relatively light, not horribly light, but it has been relatively light tonight. And as you can see, the volume is still starting to tick up just a little bit with some buys, pretty consistent buys here. So opportunity to buy is happening here with a couple of volume bars showing this consistently. So who knows what that's going to mean as we head into. Is it based off of some other news that could have just broke? Who knows? But we'll see. All right. All right. Watching these markets move. There it is. And there they are, moving volume here, ticking up. All right, you have Maria. Maria says here, she says the most precious metal at this moment, I think, is silver. The most important for medical purposes because of the war footing. Buy what you like. Silver is very important for its medical properties. It sure is. You're right. Very, very true. Silver is an important metal. Make no mistake about it. All right. And let's see here. Kurt Nor says it's an SKS. All right. I'm not sure exactly what that means. SKS is a rifle. Anyways, Texas Paladin says my favorite metal is heavy metal and House of Hair. There you go. All right, nice, awesome. Yes, indeed, good stuff. Let's see here. And what are we doing here? A lot of good folks here with us tonight. Appreciate you watching as we continue to watch these markets, reacting to the latest news. It's actually a day old. That is, the straits are closed again. It was a very short-lived opening after announcement from Iran and the United States, and Iran broke that and have now closed the straits on their end. All right. Wicked Sticky Flower says, I can only answer after you define what precious means, but how you can define that is what's precious. My child is precious to me, but not you. Yeah, there you go. Yep, exactly. Yep. It really is personal. It really is. You're right. Exactly. So I talk about value in there as well. Yep. Well, Modu Fatik did not watch the video all the way through because I mentioned that copper is not a precious metal. And by rarity, platinum, I think. Yeah. Yep. And I also mentioned other metals that are even more rare than platinum. Shotgun Susie, headbanging metal is pretty sweet, but silver can't be beat. You're right. There you go, Shotgun Susie. I like the way you think on that for sure. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Hello to all of you guys here. M. Duggan is here. Super E-Rock is here. And a lot of good folks. Drickett is here. Welcome. And we're watching these markets move based off of the reaction of the straits closing. And as predicted, they are down tonight. But they really are holding on to a range. In fact, now silver is now down $1.04 right now. So it's getting closer to $80. So it's recovering some of those losses as we saw in the volume here, watching the live as it moves. And gold is down 0.93%, down $45.10 now. So there may be some hope. We'll see how this plays out. There's 79. She's with us. Welcome, 79. Hello to you. And there it is. Everything is in the red tonight. Continues to trade down. Yes, indeed. Niels Han Dynasty is here. Good to see you. All right. And let us peruse our way through here tonight. Okay, let's see here. Cheap Left Kennedy. The only thing that would end the COMEX would be the complete insolvency of the dollar. Wait, it's already mathematically insolvent. Yeah. But the thing is it's on a decline, but still people still have faith in it. All of us do to some extent or another. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right. And Michael Vine correctly states that silver is still higher, though, than it was last Sunday night. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. It has fallen, but it is still higher than it was last Sunday night. So, could this be the beginning of it falling back to where it was last Sunday? I don't know. So far, I'm actually, as I mentioned earlier, part of me is a little bit surprised that it has not fallen more than it has. So, this is actually not as big of a drop as I thought it would be. But the night is still young, and a lot can happen. A lot can happen between now and tomorrow morning when all the markets open up around the world. All right. Let's see here. So, yeah, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, you look at the weekly candles, you can see, if we look at this on a live, in comparison to a week ago, let's see here, 5 days ago, yep, silver's looking still pretty darn good, even with the gap down from where it was. So it's still looking pretty, for sure. You're right about that. All right. Let's see here. Let's get back over to see what some of the comments are saying. We got Maria, for example, a silver coin in your kettle is antibacterial. That's right. People used to put silver dimes and quarters in their jars of milk to prevent spoilage and to kill bacteria. They put a silver quarter in there or silver dime right in there. So that's exactly right. Rex Kogjaski Jr. says COMEX at 13% below stress level will keep dropping. Bank shorts will keep it barely alive. All right. Shorting for the banks. We'll see here. Very good. All right. All right. Let's see here. Nice. And we got Dina Goldston here on what the COMEX is doing. Strange activity over there that I reported on in this video, which is linked in the chat here if you're interested in seeing that. We're forced to use them knowing they hold no intrinsic value, not even the paper they're printed on, and other spheres of life. An ill-founded delusion would probably be diagnosed as some type of insanity. Holding misplaced faith in something that clearly fails to possess the quality is just that, insanity. Yep, that's why we say that when you buy ETFs or when you buy futures, when you buy ETFs, you're buying essentially, you're exposing yourself to the price of silver at this point in time. And when you buy futures, you're exposing yourself to the price of silver down the road, whether it's long or short. That's really it. You're not buying the metal itself. And I think most people are okay with that, which is why. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Let's take a look here, see what we've got. More pressure on the metals here tonight. Gold down at 1% plus again, 1.02%, down $49.10 an ounce, $4,782.30. Silver down $1.21, 1.5%, $79.74. Platinum down 14, palladium down 12. Gold to silver ratio has narrowed since this activity to 60.14. So back above 59, obviously, but still a little bit below the average overall. All right. Rhodium. Yep, we talked about rhodium in there. Yep, that one could be one, you might say, just based off of rarity. We've got Richard Metcalf says here. Let me get over here to make this efficient and effective. He says, the COMEX will do what it takes to kick the can down the road, including changing the rules. That's right, yep. I would not be surprised if it got so bad that they would do that before they fall. Indeed, I agree. All right, we watch these markets move. Let's see here. Good crowd. Appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. If you're so inclined, there is a thumbs up button if you want to press it. And by the way, I'm a little sleepy tonight, man. I need to wake up. So I may do some push-ups. Next super chat, I think I'll do some push-ups for it just to wake up. Or PayPal, friends and family, or channel gift memberships, one or the other. But Rob Stanhope here with a thumbs up, and I really appreciate that on this video especially. Hope you guys will check that one out as well. Bob Arizma says, do contestants win copper medals? Nope, bronze. The alloy is what's precious. People scare me. Well, yeah, but that's bronze is just essentially a little bit of tin thrown into copper. Not much, but anyways. All right, let's see here. We got Ibji says, my house key closely followed by my car key. There you go. All right. Very good. Let's see what we've got here. Welcome, Silver Days. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here with us tonight. Trying to stay awake here as precious metals have fallen even more now. Look at this. And we are at the top of the mark. We are at the top of the hour. And so we're feeling a little bit more pain right now. It's 2 minutes after the hour. So silver's down $1.32, down 1.64%. to $79.63. Gold down 1.11% to $53.70. Although it's at the top of the hour, but no other markets have opened up yet. So, but there is a new hour, new activity. Let's see what the volume looks like here. Let's see if we can make sense of it. We can see there we are. It's not really showing much right now, other than some buys. So this may be short-lived, but all right, we'll keep an eye on that. There it is. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jay Malish. Yeah, we have fun on Tuesdays and Fridays. Some scammers will call us during those times. It's always fun. The scammers call. We enjoy that for sure. Well, hold on a second here. We'll just hold on a minute here. I just now popped in. I don't know why this thing is not showing up here. Hold on a minute here. Just a minute if I get my mouse back. Got to see this. Hold on. Here we go. I think we're about to be woken up here. There it is. Wow. Thank you. We have a $5 super chat. These $1 moves down, and not what I'm looking for, Sal. What would it take to get us back to $50 an ounce silver? Always appreciate you, sir. Well, thank you. I don't want to say your real name here, but thank you for sending that. So hopefully you're in here. I'll answer that question here, and then I'll give you 10 push-ups because we double them up for the PayPal. So what would it take to get us back to $50 an ounce silver? I think it's going to take some pretty big moves as far as just strengthening the dollar and an idea that the Federal Reserve is not going to do anything. In fact, I think it would probably take them raising interest rates at that point. Raising interest rates would do that. So thank you. We also have $7 here from Steve LaPointe. Thank you. All right. And we have some super chats coming in. Mo, I'm going to be waking up real quick here. Thank you, the Canal, with the $10 for Big J, and Bluetooth with $5. Master Puppets pulling a string, just like the Pied Piper swaying to the Symphony of Destruction. Thank you. All right. So let me do this. Let me do these push-ups here and get this going here. We got 10 and then we got 14. So let me do the 10 first. And then maybe I'll do 14 curls for that. All right. Here we go. 10 push-ups and then 14 curls. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right, now 14 curls for Steve LaPointe. Thank you. Here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. All right, there we go. Ooh, that gets the blood flowing. Now we're waking up, and I got more to do. For you guys, I got to do 15 more exercises here. We may do 15 push-ups there for that. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Very nice of you. And we'll pause and do the other 15. Thank you again to Bluetooth Blades and the Canal. Appreciate that so much. So we're looking at the markets right now, and we can see that gold is down 1.07%, down $51.50. That's 51.50. Van Halen, that's right. Now gold is at $4,779.90, and silver is down $1.19 to $79.60. Now it's down $1.35. All right, thank you. The Canal needed to hit the head, so good pause. Thank you. All right. So we're going to get that 15 here, push-ups here. And platinum is down 14, palladium down 12. They stayed pretty much even there. Not as much trading activity here. Let's see here. And let's see here. What do we have here? We've got movement in these metals and these markets here, with now continuing to drop here. Let's take a look at the volume real quick before we do these 14 push-ups. And so we can see their volume kind of tapering off a little bit. So, but activity moving down even more here tonight. Continuing to move down in the second hour. All right, let's get 15 push-ups going here for Steve Lapointe, or rather for Bluetooth Blades and the Canal here. Here we go. 15 push-ups, getting the blood flowing tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate your support. Very kind of you indeed as we peruse our way through some of the comments now as we're looking at these numbers move. Let's get over here and see what we've got happening here. We've got Willa says, all those metals are needed and are precious. Indeed they are. In their own way, they're precious, for sure. And CU Stack says, copper and platinum and palladium. Okay. CU Stacks, CU meaning copper, pretty sure there. And let's see here, we got Richard Metcalf says, precious is in the eye of the beholder. It's all precious to me. There you go. Slurping our way through. Thank you, Richard Metcalf. All right, let's see here. We've got that ASC guy says, what's going on, brother? Thinking about picking up there. Looks like we got a disconnection here. I may have to. Okay, I think we're back. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. We're back. Yep, we had a problem there. Sorry. We are back. Yep, my internet went out. And so I had to go to plan B, which will, this is very good. All right, yep. It was on my end. Sorry about that. We're back, though. We're back on. Sorry about that. All right, let's see here. So, that ASC guy, let me just repeat that comment in case it didn't come through. I do get 50 cents a round, but I've not gotten paid for those yet for the sales that have happened so far. And I just kind of recently had implemented that after the first batch had sold, first couple of batches had sold. So I didn't get anything for the first couple of months, but very good. All right. So now we're back here. And let's go on to whatever Gollum is after. My precious. There you go, Meta. I think Gollum likes the gold. The one ring. Exactly right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, the COMEX was trying to take me out. That's what it was, exactly. We got Death Child here. Let me do this. Make this happen. All right. Let's see. Post this here. Okay. When I was growing up, Sal, my dad at one point became and retired an electrician, and he would bring the leftovers home, and we would have to strip and the leftover wire. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. My hands are sore just thinking about it, but we went on vacation on that money from turning the copper in for fiat. Fun times. We also would walk along the road and on that while the parents drove next to us and pick up aluminum cans and turn them in too. And that money would be used for another vacation. Thanks for the memories of my childhood, and even though We were the poor family in the neighborhood. We went on more vacations than anybody else, 4 to 5 times a year, because of the metals. That's awesome. That's a way to make it work for you. That is great. Very, very cool. All right, let's see here. As we peruse our way through the broadcast, we got Not One AU says this: I wouldn't stack it without copper, the world would be screwed. For over 30 years, I've ran miles of copper water piping in homes. In hospitals, med gases also ran in copper. Imagine homes and buildings without copper for water and electricity. Some newer homes have PEX water lines, but hospitals still have copper. Yeah, that's right. Very valuable. Definitely good stuff for sure. All right, let's now take a pause here and take a look at the markets again and see what they are up to. And you can see they're starting to find new footing, down a little bit more from where they were in the first hour. We're now into the second hour, and they have dropped back a little bit more here, but only slightly more. Gold down well over 1%, 1.07%, down $51.90 to $4,779, with a low of $4,762. I think that's the bid price, and 30 cents. And silver is down $1.26, down 1.56% to $79.69. The low to this session is $78.98 in the bid price. So that's where we stand right now with the metals complex today. Watching it close. All right, let's see here. By the way, gold to silver ratio is 60.14. It is possible, if this trend continues, we may see it fall below that tonight. Infinity says yo on this. That's right, on this video that I did. Dark side of the silver surge. There, Dennis Niemeyer thought he was first. Close second. Thank you, my friend. Let's see here. We've got happening here. Yeah, videos have not done very well today. It's weird how that works. Mark Gothershell says third on this. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Good to see A-Dub is here with us tonight. Welcome. And we've got Donna Kirst. The most precious metal is the one I pick up that day. There you go. All right. Nice. Whatever that may be for her. All right. Let's see here. Deanna Goldston says pseudonym, neodymium, and unobtainium. There you go. Apparently you can extract iron from spinach. Oh, wow. I did not know that. Can you imagine that process? Actually getting iron out of spinach. True that. Wow. Very good. Let's see here. Oh, wow. I did not know that. RM says that the tabs on aluminum cans are much more valuable than the can itself. It's treated in its much stronger aluminum alloy than the can itself. I did not know that. That's pretty wild. Learn something new every day. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's see here what we've got here. Thanks for your information. Thank you, Wally's Train and Collectibles. I appreciate that very much. Fourth from Greg Keener on this video. Thank you. Jake Thomas. Is this where we insert my girl boy loves to smuggle 100-ounce bars memes? Yes, this is where you would do it. That's where you do it. And right over here, we're going to watch the metals complex continue to drop. In fact, gold is now down 1.12%, down $54.10 to $4,777.30. Silver down 1.65%, down $1.33 tonight to $79.62. There it is. Platinum is down $16, and palladium is down $12. So there's where they're at right now. Crazy, crazy moves. Oh, yeah. There we go. Movement downside. All this mess, I forgot to get my chaser. I'm done with the coffee, and I forgot my chaser. Man, I hate that. And I told myself, I got to get the chaser before I come back. And, of course, I messed up. 7 says SM. All right. There we go. And we got this Greg Keener. It says, I live in central Pennsylvania. This past week in my town, someone got arrested trying to intercept a $100,000 shipment of silver bars with a fake ID. Wow, the guy was from Ontario. Wow. Interesting. Crazy. What a story that is. Pretty wild. Yes, indeed. Sounds like a larger organized crime syndicate involved in something like that. Avis Liberté says this here. Thanks for the interesting article. Some countries have bonded warehouses. As of now, it's no longer possible to store precious metals and tax-free. In Germany, the government has banned it. For years, everything was safe, well-regulated, and in order. Now the left-wing government is intervening. Yes, and it sucks, and they always tend to ruin everything in that way. Zardos, thank you, Zardos, for the 189th thumbs up. Appreciate it. Very good. And let's see here. Let's move over here. We've got this from Carrie Tarrant on this video with the algorithmic emoticons, which I appreciate very much. As we look back again, we're keeping a closer eye on this as gold and silver continue to fall now. Silver now down almost 2%. It's down 1.92%, down $1.55 right now to $79.40. Gold down 1.21%, down $58.50. So the numbers continue to creep down, it looks like here. And yeah, it's pretty interesting what's happening here. $4,772.90 there for gold tonight. So there it is. Platinum is falling a little bit more as well, down 18. Palladium as well, taking a hit, down $13. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? We've got, I like silver and gold. It says here, I've been thinking about something. What would happen if our government went to some sort of digital currency, no more paper money? Will we still go to coin shops to sell? Yeah, they would just give you money on your card. I would assume, you know, on your digital account, they would just put the money in there. It would work the same way. In all honesty, it would be more traceable and trackable in that way, but yep, it would still work. Yeah, it would still happen. All right. Let's see here. You got American Patriot. It says here. Here we go, Sal. Another Sunday open in 30 minutes. Let's go to 90. Oh, man. Wow. And $5,500 gold. Don't slurp, you animal. Yeah, well, we're slurping. The slurping has stopped because we're out of coffee and I don't have any chaser right now. I'm tempted to go get some, get it, but I don't know. I'm too lazy to go out there. I've done some push-ups. But anyways, and let's see here. So there it is. All right, but thank you, American Patriot. And let's see what we've got now. All right, pulling back a little bit some of those losses. Let's take a look at the volume here. See what we've got. The volume is kind of still relatively stable. Not a lot more activity in the volume department here. It's still there. We're watching that closely. But there it is. All right. Look how it's been pretty much even keeled. Still creeping down, though, a little bit as the night goes on. Still creeping down a little bit. All right. So let's back out of this. Get over here to see what we've got with this. Richard Metcalf. They'll crack down on snuggling, but I bet they let the fake coins go through. Yep, I know exactly. Well, I'm okay with snuggling, but not smuggling. All right, nice stack. Good job. Thank you. So appreciate that, James. Appreciate that so much. Full gold stack there. Avos Liberté, thanks for the interesting question. Iron would be my favorite. It provides for everything. The existence of humanity, followed by copper. That's exactly right. Yes, indeed. Definitely the most precious metal. We need iron in our blood. Gary says, tomorrow silver drops, buy. Trump won't let the market crash, so we'll be up in a few days. Yeah. And that's just it. Trump tweets or posts does move the market, and I think he knows that, obviously. So just crazy. But let's see here. All right, we've got Thomas Ferris says, when SHTF the metals you will want will be iron, copper, and lead. There you go, guns and ammunition. That's true. Well, aluminum is in some of the gun works as well. But let's see here. Super E-Rock, who I believe was in here earlier tonight. I don't know if he's still here. But he says here, it will be interesting to see what happens today with the Treasury yields up. That should put downward pressure on the metals, exactly, and it is happening. But lately, all preconceived notions have been cut out the window, so we'll see. Yep, and it is down. They are down. And let's see here. And let's see what we've got happening here. So there we go. Subsiding here. Metals kind of hanging around this area now, but still staying in this area. A tick down than they were in the first hour. Silver down $1.47. That's now $1.48. 1.84% drop to $79.48. 47 cents. It stayed above $79, by the way, most of the evening, at least in the ask price. And gold is down 1.23%, down $59.60 right now. So very fascinating. We're going to keep an eye on things. It's wild to watch these markets move, indeed. So there it is. Platinum down 17, palladium down 13 tonight. There we are. Okay, let's see. Let me get this in hand. Let's do this. We've got to keep on moving here and see what we've got with the comments. See what others are saying here. Precious is you value the most. That's right. Precious is what you value the most. That's right. That's the most precious thing. For sure. Let's see here. All right. And rhodium, says Joel Sway. All right, there you go. Rhodium is what he likes. Nice. And Dan R. on this video here about Rick Rule selling about 75 to 80% of his silver. If inflation is high enough, the return on bonds simply do not keep up and you end up going negative. Yep, that's right. Most savings percentage accounts as well. That's true. That is true. All right. Let's see here. All right. We got Michael K. If silver goes on sale tonight, I just might pick up a 10-ounce Scottsdale Stacker bar or 3. There you go. Well, that's right. They are on sale and they are down, Michael. If you go get one from Summit Metals, tell them I sent you, but thank you so much. All right. Very good. 79 says, Sal, you had a good run, but it's over now. Well, I hate to tell you this. I do like to stay in fit, 79, but I have not done any jogging today. I've not ran at all today. But if I did run, it would have been over now anyway. So it never began. So it is over, but it never began. So I didn't do any running. I did some push-ups earlier, 79. So there is that, and they're over now too. So yeah. But I've had some good runs in my life. All right. Mario, thanks, Sal. Thank you so much, Mario. Let's take a look here. We've got gold is down $60.60 right now, down at 1.25%. Silver's now 1.91%, down to $1.54, down $1.54 to $79.41. So there it is. Platinum down $18, and palladium down 13. There it is. All right. Yeah, that's right. Yep, you never know. Michael K. could fall even lower. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. We've got Machawutigan says here, an ounce of silver is worth $80 in the U.S. right now. At 6 p.m., an ounce of silver by any other metal is worth an ounce of metal. That's right, because it's down in price. Rocky Superstar, who goes on after this channel stops at 8, this live stream, he'll be going live tonight. So make sure to check him out. He said, I put silver on my teeth. I never have any trouble getting my silver through. Gold next. There you go. Nice. All right. In the teeth. In the teeth. Very, very good. And let's see here where we're at with this. Frank Garcia, the metals, which is the ones you hold. Those are the most precious, the ones that you get to hold in your stack for sure. All right, we got SH here. Chimes in on this video with this. Says, I like the silver open-ended wrench, Sal. I wonder if you get a whole set. And what would happen? I wonder if people just mailed packages of silver out of the country, mailed to themselves or trusted person. I suppose they would be scanned too. Yeah, probably so. Put in boxes. It just depends. There's been some exceptions to that, but with tariffs and stuff like that, I think things have changed. But yeah, don't know how that would play out. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. Bozo says, the burglar stealing the silverware is one of the oldest memes ever. That's right. Indeed, indeed. Let's take a look here. All right, we can see still some pressure, right around the same amount of pressure we've been seeing in the metals tonight, with gold down 1.21%, down $58.50 to $4,772.90. Silver down $1.49, down 1.85% to $79.49. So there's that. So movements to the downside. I'm watching these things move. It's been pretty crazy. All right, let's see here. There we go. An investment ninja. We appreciate him commenting on the videos, and I think he was in a live stream earlier too. I don't know if he's still here, but on the video about which is the most precious metal, he says, yes, just asking what's the most precious of metals leads to an open debate regarding the correct answer. My response is that open-ended question is iron, simply because without it, hemoglobin ceases to function. That's right. Hemoglobin carries oxygen through our bodies, keeping our cells, tissues functioning. No iron, no functioning hemoglobin, and which I mentioned in the video, but not in as detail as you have. For most people in the bullion space, I think the more relevant question is what is the best form of hard money? In that instance, the answer is gold, hands down, due to 5,000 plus years of monetary history. Yep. And being a more stable store of value during the course of the time. I agree with that. I do agree with that. All right, we've got Machu Wittigan here. And on this video here, he says, I'm still all in on 90% for the rest of the year. I think it's still a bargain to get it for sure. And it may be a bargain for the rest of this year. All right. I think it is. I think it will be a bargain for the rest of this year. All right, let's see here. Let us do this and move on up here and see what we've got with this comment from David Davey. And if you get a chance, I'd be curious to see what your thoughts are on this video that I posted earlier today. Gold may not be the most precious metal. What is the most precious metal is a question to ask. So I hope you'll watch that video and comment there. But David Davies says, most recognized perhaps is the better terminology. Rhodium is more precious if measured by price per ounce, but it is familiar to most, not used as money with history as such. So gold is precious enough for me. Yep, exactly. All good criteria from which to make such a judgment. It sure is. All right. And let us see what we've got here. Sal is smuggling cheese scoopers. There you go. That's right. Yep, I'm smuggling the cheese scoopers in. Sure am. Let's see what we've got here. Now, looking at this, silver now down almost 2% yet again, down 1.92% right now, down $1.55 to $79.40. That happening right at the bottom of the hour. And gold is down 1.27%, down $61.40. So there it is. All right. Have a good night, Maria. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. That's right. Thank you. And let's see here. So that's what's happening here. In fact, let's take a look and see. Perhaps, maybe. I know we got another half an hour yet before any of the markets. Let's refresh this just to see, just for gets and shiggles. Yep, no other markets for another half an hour. It's crazy. So there it is. All right. Let's see here. But there's where the markets sit right now at this point in time. Let's get down over here. We've got NB Maritimer from Canada says this. Everyone has forgotten how useful and important nickel is. I heard if industrial add 2% more nickel to sheet metal, our cars and trucks wouldn't rust out as fast. Copper is a very important metal in making brass. Yep, that's true. Yep, you're right. Nickel, very important metal as well. Sure is. And I kind of showed the copper piece to kind of represent all of the base metals, and the platinum coin to represent all of the platinum group metals. Barbarisma says here, even at current prices, it takes a truckload of silver to amount to any significant value. Then try liquidating it when you want to make a purchase. You either get turned away completely or you take an extreme haircut. Silver is not a financial asset. Buy gold. Well, that's an oversimplified reaction to it. Truckload of silver has an incredible amount of value. What are you kidding me? It's crazy. Even at current price, it takes a truckload of silver to amount to any significant value. Well, I would beg to differ on that. You must be incredibly rich to think that. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead and see if we can translate this. Number one, silver. Okay, so we like silver. There you go. Nice. I think that's Korean, if I'm not mistaken. Number one is silver. Thank you. Thank you for your thoughts on this. Mazda Fiero. Weller dropped $1.30. Save $7. That's right. In fact, it has now dropped $1.48, 1.84% right now for silver, $79.47. Gold down 1.2%, down $58 right now. Platinum is taking a bigger hit now. It's down 1%, down $21. Palladium down 13. So there it is. All right, let's see here. So let us peruse our way back through here. Appreciate you guys being with me here tonight as we watch these markets in this special report. Watching these markets move. Here we do this every Sunday night. Nice goblet. Thank you. Wanted to show some little different silver. It did not translate into views though, sadly. But here it is. All right, let's see here. Renaissance Creative on the video about the news that broke yesterday about the closing of the strait yet again. Says this: if everyone thinks silver and gold is going down and they buy, it goes up and may turn the opposite direction from what sellers thought. Best to hold and buy on the slightest dip and play the game to beat the COMEX, China, India, and rigged paper contract holders. Yes, indeed, that's right. True that, true that. All right, let's see how that plays out. And keep on wanting to slurp my coffee or something, but I got nothing. Got the dry mouth happening here. Dark Side of the Moon, that's right. Great album. And let's see here. Thanks again, sir. Thank you, Moose BME. Thank you so much for watching. As we peruse these markets here, watching these things move pretty dramatically here. Watching them move here, we can see that gold is now down $60.20 now, $4,771.20, down at 1.25%. Silver down 1.86%, down $1.50 to $79.45. There it is. And platinum is down 22. Palladium is down $14 right now. There you go. Let's see here. So there's where we're at right now. Very good. Let's see here. Let's get back over here. We've got Kokochi says silver. What is it? All right. Well, if you don't know what silver is, check out the my playlist, Silver Basics. You'll learn all about silver there. Matt Bender with an algorithmic frothing mug here. Thank you. And YMH says, look at the greatest gold heist a few years ago, Toronto Pearson Airport. It was epic. Yep, I posted a video about that. In fact, I posted several videos about that. All right. All right. Gary's asking about the dollar index. The dollar index is right now, let me get to it. Not surprisingly, it is up 0.19% to 98.42. Oil is up now 7.63% to $90.25 a barrel. So no surprise there. Oil is up, and so is the dollar index is up as well. So, yep, no surprises on those. Joey Libs, hello to you. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate you. These comments really help for these videos to keep engagement. If you can share the videos, it really helps too. I am trying to grow the channel. You think that the markets moves like this would be exciting for people to watch, but not today. The algorithm did not like me today. Hillcracker Stacker, I don't know which is more precious. However, according to the Constitution, gold and silver are money. That's right. Exactly right. True that. Thank you, James Elise, for posting a link to the Silver Basics playlist as we continue to monitor the market situation here right at this point in time. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Let's go back here and see what we've got with the markets. We can see here gold continuing to fall slightly more now, down $67.40 to $4,764. Silver down 2.13% now, $79.24. Platinum down 25, down 1.19%, and palladium down 0.97%, down $15 to $15.67. Look at that. There you go. Crazy, crazy. Yes, indeed. All right. Gold to silver ratio, 60.3 right now. So it's going to be tough to get it down below that, but we'll see. All right. Let's see here. Patrick Arrington says, I have some sterling silver, not nearly as cool as your silver bars, but even a spoon has a couple ounces to it. So if the price is right, it may be a way to add to this to a stack cheaper. Glad to see you have some pieces to show off. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yep, I like to get a little bit of this stuff too, especially when it's on the cheap. And Magic Wichigan says 6 p.m. I have to stare at the price for a week. Yeah, there you go. Well, we're here tonight if you want to join us here, Matt. We're watching the price move here in real time down. Lou says rule invested around 50% in high quality silver mining equities, around 25% in gold, and around 25% in oil and gas stocks. Important to note that he held a large position in something like the Sprott Physical Silver Trust. Yes, that's true. You're right. Very good. All right. Although the article did say it was physical silver, so don't really know what that is about. But anyways. And Rab says, I've seen a channel called The Bullion Report, which may be copying your videos and posting them as their own. Yep, I'm very well aware of it. I did a video about that. And if you all see the Bullion Report channel, if you can report that channel and report the videos, it would help a lot. I've already done it multiple times. I don't know why YouTube is ignoring the request to take it down. It's crazy. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. And there we go. I'm watching these markets move. Silver down 2.28% now, continuing to drop. $1.84 drop to $79.11. The bid price is now below $79. Gold is down $65.70, down 1.36% to $47.65.70. So there you go. All right, let's see here. Watching these markets move here tonight in real time. Dropping here. We're about 20 minutes away from the markets opening up, I think, in Tokyo and in Australia. That's right. Very good. Let's see. Watching the movements here. Much of this pretty much is expected. This was not hard to predict that would happen. In fact, now silver's down almost 2.5%. Down $2.01 right now to 78.94. Crazy. Oh, well. The bullion report channel. Has YouTube addressed the issue with the video thief? No, not the bullion report one, Dinar. Jane Lee says the bullion report channel has no videos on it now. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to actually look at something here because I'm going to see here. I'm checking something offline. Another screen here if I can find it. Where is it here? Let me just see what we've got. Here, let's see. Nope, the bullion report, you must be looking at a different one. The bullion report still has the videos up here. The bullion report, if you search them on YouTube, they keep on posting my videos, and every single day they keep doing it, and they get away with it, and it's crazy. I report them. I'm gonna. In fact, you know what? Let me just show you. Let me just do this real quick here. Let me go over here. So there's the channel. There's a couple of them that are still out there, but you can go there and click on any of these videos and report. Well, I guess you got to open it up to report it. Then you can go report it here. And you can do misinformation. You can say stealing salivate metals content. Please remove. And just hit report. That easy. That easy. And then you can also report the channel as well. Kelly Gage, thank you so much. God bless our troops and pray for a speedy, victorious return home. Amen, Kelly Gage. Thank you so much for that. I agree with you completely, exactly. Thank you for that. And so there you can go to this section. You can report user and report user for impersonation. This channel is impersonating somebody else. This channel is impersonating me. There we go. And just that easy, that quickly. Just like that. There you go. Anyways, very good. Thank you, Kelly Gage. I appreciate that so very much. Very nice of you indeed. And so there that is. Okay, let's see here. We're all caught up on comments here. Let's take a look at the markets here again. See what we've got. We're refreshing this here. Now, silver is down $2.04 tonight. 2.53% drop. It's intensifying. Now below $79 for the first time in the ask price. $78.91 right now. $78.66 for the bid price. Gold is down 1.68%, down $80 now and 90 cents per ounce to $4,750. So something to continue to watch here tonight. Pretty wild movements indeed. And so we're monitoring this. It has been quite an evening here. Platinum is down now 1.53%, 1.57%, down $33 to $2,077. And there it is. Palladium down 22. Let's take a look at the volume as we anticipate the next wave of openings. And maybe that's what they're looking at and seeing here. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, volume is picking up, and there's a lot of selling happening right now with that volume. Wow. So that's pretty interesting here for silver. Volume is picking up, and there's a lot of selling activity happening big time here. Crazy. 2.5%. There it is. Yeah, Shanghai's got a little ways to go, Shotgun Susie. A little ways to go for Shanghai to open up in a couple hours. At the top of the hour, we're going to see a couple open up here in about 15 minutes. And we'll stay up until then to see what's going to be happening there. And now there's some buys coming in there. Let's take a look here and see how that's translating now. Almost 2.6% for silver, down 78.86, and gold down $89.70 right now, $4,741. So there you go. All right. Let's see here. And let's see. So there's where the markets are right now. $31 down for platinum. Almost $90 now down for gold, 1.86%. So a little bit more pressure happening on the metals as we anticipate the next markets to open up in about 20 minutes. In fact, 11 minutes right now. 11 minutes right now for Tokyo Stock Exchange to open up. Likely we'll see Tokyo open up and the Australian securities in Melbourne to open up as well. That's what we got to look forward to. So we're going to keep an eye on it pretty sharply here and see, because those are much bigger markets, and I think we're going to see more activity. And then we'll have Shanghai open up, and Singapore, and others, Seoul as well, and that will be a pile-on, I think. We'll see. We shall see. Fascinating indeed. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Again, more pressure. Silver is down the same number that is Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment number. That's $2.13. 78.82 right now, 2.64%. Gold down 1.85%. So I'm telling you, those of you who are waiting a little bit to see if you can find a bottom on this, well, it's paid off now. If you thought about making a purchase at the open, well, it's a good thing you waited, because now they're down even more. Could they fall even further? Well, we'll find out in mere moments. I think that one of the tests of how things may go for the rest of the night will be what happens when the markets open up here very soon in Tokyo. But again, anything can happen that could change the dynamic. The Straits could open back up tonight. You never know. Or an announcement could be made that they're open back up. Behind the scenes phone calls could be made that could send this thing moving back. So anyway, yeah, that's quite a possibility. Which means that I stand ready to do more push-ups between now and then to keep me awake, since I have dry mouth and not near to get any of my chaser. So yes, indeed. So here we're watching this here move, and down a full $2.09 for gold, silver right now. So yeah, there it is. All right. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah. And let's see what we've got happening here. Let's see if any of the comments have made their way through. Likely not. Nope. Oh, yeah, a couple. There we go. All right, Zarnal. So the comment. Thank you. I need them. I need people to watch these videos, man. I'm telling you. Oh, wrong comment. Shoot, I just posted a link to the scammer channel. We got to edit that. Oh, man, let me get my boilerplate back. Zardos, if he's in here, he's probably laughing right now. Crazy. All right, let me edit this. That's not good. Zardo's going to be like, what the heck is happening here? The channel we want shut down. Ibg says, since Sal reads all comments on the live stream, he'll say 79. Please marry me. Let's see what she says. All right, there we go. It is not a question. It is a request. It is a polite request. So likely she's going to have no response to it because you didn't pose it in the form of a question. She doesn't have to answer, Ibg. So that's how she gets out of that one. Now we have no more comments to read, but we have a market to look at. And now silver is down 2.61%, down $2.11, 78.84. moments before the markets open in Tokyo. We got about 8 minutes left for that to happen. That's right. There we go. This is where we're at right now. This is how we do it. That's right. So $78.92 for silver. Platinum is down $27. Palladium is down $18. All right. Let's see. Pushing through to the other side here. How much more time? We got 7 minutes and 18 seconds. Let's take a look at the volume again for silver. Is it subsiding a bit? It's still kind of up a little bit, still elevated, but it's not as elevated as before. A little bit of a wave there that happened, but it is still doing all right. Tucson Bubba with the bourbon pump again, pumping it out for us to sanitize the chat. Thank you, Tucson Bubba. There we go. And looks like we got some buys happening on the silver end there. There it is. Yes, indeed. So we're going to wait this out just a little bit longer here. Some buying happening. So it looks like some the volume came in for selling, and now people are taking advantage and buying at this time on the dip, on that little dip there. So yeah, there it is. Moving pretty quickly as we got about 6 minutes and 21 seconds left. We see this here. Very good. All right. Nice. The activity is moving here with the metals market. Yeah, wild indeed. Let's see here. Yeah, platinum also taking a little bit of a hit tonight here, down $26. But gold down $82.40. Silver down 2.49% right now, down $2.01. So there it is. There it is. Okay. And so yeah, there's what we're looking at. Silver taking the brunt of it tonight. Silver getting hit the hardest here tonight. But again, all of this I had predicted. Pretty much anybody could have predicted this, honestly, because this is the way, this is what we've been seeing really for the last, every single time this happens. This is what occurs. Copper, by the way, is down slightly. It's down to $5.99 per pound. Nickel is slightly up. Crude oil is up 7.99% now, up $6.70 per barrel to $90.55. So there's where that is. Dollar index is up 0.21. All pretty predictable things based off the shutdown of the strait yet again. Less than 24 hours where it was open. And so there it is. Okay. Now it's shut down again. All right. Now silver's reached $79 again, minutes before the markets open up. Is this one of those things where as they open up again in Tokyo, we see a big dumping of silver and it falls even more? We'll find out in mere moments. We're going to find out very, very soon to see if that's the case. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. There we go. $79 right now. Gold down $82.10, down 1.7%. Crazy times indeed, S. McDonald. There we go. Let's see here. So Gary believes we'll be back over $80 by noon Tuesday. Very well could be the case. Especially if we see, well, even if we don't see it, it's possible we may see him subside or level out. It could level out at that time, quite possibly. We're about 4 minutes away now. 4 minutes away from the markets opening up in Tokyo. And presumably Melbourne. 3 minutes and 28 minutes. So I think probably what we're going to see here is a movement at least in two different places. Melbourne and Tokyo. But it could possibly see Korea open. But I can't open that one up because I get kicked out of it. The website doesn't allow me to do that. So I'm sparingly looking at that to see. But I think we got like another hour and a half before the rest of the markets open up in Asia, at least East Asia. There we go. But yeah, crazy. So there's where we're at now with these markets opening up here in minutes from now. And I think that's how we're seeing some little bit of activity here. Movement to the downside. And then coming back up again. And ready to go again. So we'll see. It's very interesting. Dynamic market we're seeing. The market is in flux. Let's see here. Silver is going to go up and down. Indeed it will. Yes, thank you guys for pressing the thumbs up. Have we got 200 thumbs up yet? I'm not sure, but hopefully we do. And we're now waiting for the rest of the markets to open up at this next hour, which is going to be about 2 minutes from right now, just under 2 minutes by the time I finish this sentence. See, told you. It's funny how time works like that. If I could put time in a bottle, then I would bottle it up, you know. I would just pack it in real tight. That's what I would do if I could do that. All right. But there we go. All the numbers have been in the red consistently throughout the whole night. Likely will still continue to be the case. 254 thumbs up. Thank you. All right. Nice. Do appreciate that, guys. All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Markets are a moving here. So we're watching in real time. Silver down 2.27%, down $1.83. Comfortably above $79 again in the ask price, as we're mere minutes away from the opening of the markets in Asia. And it takes about 2 minutes to propagate over on Kitco's site, so we're going to have to wait two more minutes to see how that plays out. But I do stand ready to do some push-ups if the duty were to call in that direction. And thank you to Jay Elise for posting a link to Silver Heist channel. Appreciate that. Stand ready to push-ups or curls, whichever one you want. Let's see here. I'm looking at a move, and just they're all kind of waiting in anticipation now at this point in time. Waiting in anticipation to see what happens there. But we did see silver fall below $79 for a little heading into the top of this hour. And we are now 10 seconds away, but again, even though the market has opened, by the time you see this, we're going to see it open up here. It's going to be like for an hour or two. It's like 2 hours and 30 minutes there. Zornos with a Salivate Metal gift membership, and the Canal, whoa, with $10. All right. So let's do 11 push-ups for you guys at the top of the hour. The Tokyo Exchange has just opened up. In fact, let's see here. If I get my mouse back, we're going to take a look at this and see what it looks like on the map. There we are. Tokyo and Korea has opened, and Australia has opened. So now this will be very interesting to see what these new numbers show as we do 11 push-ups for you guys. Thank you. Getting the blood flowing tonight again. Look at this. All right. Here we go. Thank you. The Canal and Zardal. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you so much, guys. Let's take a look here and see what we've got with this market. Okay. So far, let's see here. Let's see what kind of volume we've got. Any change in volume here? A little bit of a spike down, it looks like. And then a recovery. Now look at this. The volume is picking up and the selling is happening. Yep. Look at that, folks. Big spike in sales right there. Big spike we're seeing play out right now with selling happening. Look at that. Okay. Interesting. Now down 2.56%. This may not bode well when Shanghai opens. In fact, we're going to look and see how long. Of course, we're not going to be on then, but will this thing continue? Nope, there's a big buys happening here. to prevent it from falling too much. But right now we're seeing it down $2.06, and gold is down $81.90 right now. So at least right now, it's kind of staved some of that off. But we'll see how this plays out. We can see here that's open. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look and see what the Shanghai has going for us here. So that's another hour and a half from right now. So, we're not going to be on them, but that's the mode for the market there. But there's enough markets open right now, and they're down even more. So this is showing more activity to the downside, showing more pressure for gold and silver tonight. And not so much platinum is still down, but that's not, the silver's getting hit the hardest, down $2 full here, 2.5% right now. Gold really hanging on. It's not down as much. It's not getting hit like silver is right now. But there you go. So yeah, but we'll see here. It's about 3 minutes after, so the full effect of the markets should be playing itself out now with the numbers as we speak. So I think we're going to sit with this and just see if there's any more downside movement to keep track and see how this plays out. But so far right now, the metal that's really getting hit is silver. Not so much gold. Gold's getting hit, but not nearly as much. And it's kind of hanging on tight here. We'll look at the volume here in just a minute, but I want to digest these numbers and tell you that gold is now down 1.71%, down $82.60 to $4,748.80. And we've got silver down $2.02, $78.93, 2.51% drop. There we go. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, the buck stops here. He's a freaking Milwaukee cannibal. That's right. Well, there's a song by Slayer called 213, which is about it. That's how I've memorized the number, his apartment number, 213. And there was a special on Netflix as well about it. Pretty crazy. And they showed that number there. But I knew it from back in when Slayer did their song. I think that song was on, I want to say it was from, was that Seasons in the Abyss? Or was that, yeah, I think that was Seasons in the Abyss in 1990. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. All right, thank you, Drickett, for coming in tonight. Appreciate you. All right, watching these okay, so pulling back somewhat. The numbers are pulling back here. So they're showing a little resilience here. Volume is picking up, and some of the buys that are going in, there's some green volume bars going on there, and it's green candlesticks forming. So that's preventing it from falling too much. So let's see here. So there you have it. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Look at all that green there. So we're starting to, kind of a dip down here. And then right now, as these markets are open, there's a lot of buying and selling happening. Mostly buying that's causing the price to recover a little bit here. So that's what we're seeing here tonight. But you know what, folks? This volume picking up here with these greens may be a sign that silver may have some resistance and some support around this number. So it may not be as bad. And I'm saying that, and as we look at the markets here, we've got oil is now scaled back a little bit. So it's up now $6.46 per barrel, still up 7.7% here tonight. And the dollar index is still showing strength, up 0.22% to 98.48. So as you can see there's some resistance here as we look at this point in time. So there you have it. All right, folks, we've been up. I don't have my chaser. So you guys are great. Thank you. We had a good time tonight. Thank you again for all of those who sent super chats and PayPals and the channel gift memberships. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. We're going to be back here on Tuesday. If you get a chance, check out the 3 videos I posted today. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you again so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night.